Alright guys, for your homework, that is BWA 5 review, the sheet that says only review, that was your homework for studying today. Number 5 in the back is the one that asks which statement is true about perpendicular and parallel lines. Okay? So they give you an old line. All of them are the same line. Negative 2 thirds x plus 4. And they want you to see if it is perpendicular or parallel to these other 4 lines. Right? When we talk perpendicular and parallel, we are comparing slopes. Okay? Whenever the slope is, if it's going to be perpendicular like A, then that means that the new slope would be the opposite reciprocal of this slope. So I have to flip it, so 3 over 2, and I have to do the opposite. So if this is negative, this has to be positive. So if A is true, then 3x plus 2y equals 4 has to have this slope. Okay? So that's what I'm going to look at. I'm going to put my line down. I have to have it in y equals some x plus b in order to know my slope. So I'm going to solve for y, moving the x first. And then finally, dividing by 2. Now remember, I only care about the slope here. So I don't care about anything else. Sorry about the zooming part. I don't care about this part. I only care to compare the slope. The slope is negative 3 halves. Negative 3 halves is not equal to 3 halves positive. So letter A is not true. It's false. Okay? For letter B, it's saying that the same line, the negative 2 thirds x plus 4, remember I only care about the slope, is parallel. Parallel means the same slope that this line that they give us. That means that if this is true, this will have a slope of negative 2 thirds. So we're going to prove it by changing this to y equals mx plus b. In other words, solving for y. Okay, still not alone, so divide by negative 3. Now remember, I don't care about this part right now. I only care about this, the slope. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I get a positive 2 thirds. Positive 2 thirds is not the same as negative 2 thirds, and I want it exactly the same for it to be parallel. And they are not the same. Okay, so that means that this is also false. Okay? The next one is another perpendicular line. So perpendicular to this line means opposite reciprocal of that slope. So the opposite reciprocal of that slope of this line is flip, so 3 over 2, and instead of negative, positive. And then the line they give us to compare is this one. So I'm going to write it right here. Okay, so I have to make sure that the slope of this line equals positive 3 halves so that it is perpendicular to this. So minus 3x minus 3x. Okay, still not alone, so divided by negative 2. I don't care about this right now, I care about the slope. 3 halves. Okay, so is 3 halves the same thing as 3 halves? Yes. This new slope is perpendicular to that one. This is correct. So letter C is true. So letter C would be the answer.